Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. Please like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, please. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to take a look at Scorpio and Sagittarius. Scorpio and Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at your relationship. Guys, I did meditate over these cards. We're going to take a look and see what is going on. Okay. Let's see. I need to get a little bit more about what was going on with this one. I feel like there's somebody in this connection who is finally, I hate to say it like that, but it seems like, I don't think you're naive or anything. That's not what I feel. I just feel like you've tried to do everything you can in some instance to kind of like focus on this relationship as well as focus on yourself. And I feel like you may not have been getting the results that you want. So ultimately, you know what? You're like, I'm going to focus on my own inner spiritual strength. I'm going to have willpower. I feel like you might fight a little bit. There's something in you where you just, maybe you're excited to see this person. I feel like that whoever you are, whether you be Scorpio, whether you be Sagittarius, I feel like there's an element of excitement every time you see a person. But ultimately you might be cheating yourself because I don't know. I kind of got this feeling a couple of times. I'm not sure what exactly this means. We can get into it. But you plan on, in this connection, staying positive. I think that you're trying to set some clear boundaries to make your person, Scorpio or Aquarius, Scorpio or Sagittarius, understand. I don't know, whatever point you're trying to make, I think you're trying to get somebody's attention by setting these boundaries. I think if there's too much availability, you might be, I'm going to step back a little bit, do my own thing. Okay, we also have in this connection, eloquence. I feel like there's this disconnect in this relationship and it results in doubt. I feel like you doubt, I don't know if it's the longevity of the relationship or whether or not this person really wants to be with you. But I think you're being advised to handle this personality gently because they might be sensitive, they might be unapproachable, they may not just want to hear it. I don't feel like the other party's expressing necessarily how they feel, right? Or what their fears are. What I have here that somebody might be holding back. I don't know. This talks about the second chakra. That talks about sexuality and sensuality. This talks about honoring ourselves. It talks about, they might be reluctant to change. Whatever that means to you. You might be trying to find ways to, I don't want to say enhance your sexual life. That's not what I'm saying. I think you're starting to understand that there are different ways to express sexuality rather than just, getting right to it. I enjoy my senses of being nourished, with the natural world, like just being in touch, just finding another way to, I don't know, excite oneself. Okay, it can't just be, so I don't know if that's the energy of this person, or I think that might be a challenge here. I'm not sure what that means, whatever that means to you. This is a divine warrior. This is Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups is talking about this person, I believe, ultimately is aiming for family, contentment, total love, and support. I feel like this person is a warrior. I feel like this person is somebody who brings victory and peace. Like there's an element of peace here with this person, or at least this is where this person is now. All right, so I'm not quite sure I don't know if this person has some insecurities about sexuality, not in terms of whether or not anything like that, in terms of what stimulates my sexual feelings. I think they might be a little tired of the same old and looking for other ways. It just looks like growth. It does. It just looks like, how you feel at 16 is not how you're going to feel at like 36. So there's some growth here in terms of my views on sex and sensuality, if that makes any sense. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on in this connection. We have somebody in this connection who is understanding, or maybe they may have been ignoring that there was no harmony in this connection, and they wanted things to change, and I think this is something that they may have been ignoring for a little bit. Okay, this is a third eye. So this talks about your senses, right? There's no harmony. And I feel like this person may have ignored it. I feel like with emotional loss, that obviously talks about the instability in a relationship. It talks about there's change in this connection. Obviously, there's some trouble because we have somebody who's grieving the loss of something, a situation, or a person. However, we do see that there's somebody in this connection who actually has passion ignited. All right? Okay, so we have some things that may have been ignored, and now I'm starting to see, or this you're in the middle of awakening or something like that. You could be in the middle of waking up to see something. Okay, so this talks about you using wisdom, or the lack thereof in this case. Maybe you weren't using wisdom and moving forward with discernment. I don't think that you were trusting in a higher source to guide you in this connection, and ultimately it just looks like you may have ignored some things, and obviously your attention, something got your attention, it became so uncomfortable that there's emotional loss. So you realize that there's a disconnect. Now, I don't know if you guys are still together. I do see that there's some new passion here. This person, it looks like, is suffering some kind of emotional loss, and I don't know if this is some time past, or maybe they're trying to now focus on something else other than this relationship. Okay, so there might be a passion ignited. There could be like a new idea. There could be a new idea. It could be a new beginning. It could be you trying to pump something new, like I don't know, into your spirituality. I think what they're saying is whatever it is that you're doing, and this could have to do. This is obviously passion ignited for me, new beginnings, and I think it adds up. There's opportunity. There's potential for something. And the good thing about this is after having been, I don't want to say blind, after having ignored your intuition, I kind of think that after the emotional loss, or during the separation from this person, something gets ignited. Hold on, that's what it is. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Okay, so something is coming alive, a new idea, some kind of spiritual passion, whatever it is. Whatever this new beginning is, your optimism and your happiness about it, or your enthusiasm about it, is actually infectious to the others around you. So you might be, whoever you are, in this energy where you're so high spirited about something new that you are actually, your energy is rubbing off on other people, and they are starting to be, hey, maybe this is doable for me too. Maybe I can do something. Maybe I can have passion about something, or maybe I need to find out. It's just something like that, where your happiness is transforming to other people. All right, so I do see a little bit of maybe you kind of leaving this behind and kind of doing your own thing, and just dealing with things differently. I think that you are communicating, if you're communicating with this person, I think you might be communicating strategically, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm not going to do too much. There's some stuff that I see. I don't know. This person might be letting go. We have somebody else in this connection who's trapped in fear. Okay, so this is telling us that there's no action being taken. At least that's what it looks like. Okay, this is like spiritual strength. This is kind of like a focus on spiritual strength. It talks about the fears that you have, that you're trapped in, the things that play over and over and over again in your head. And I'm going to see if I can piece this together. There's some kind of fear. Because again, we with this person, there's something having to do with sexuality and sensuality. I don't know if I think somebody's reluctant to change. I don't know, I believe there may have been a change in somebody's reaction to intimacy. Maybe they're not as interested. Maybe this means that there's some kind of emotional loss, and something else is now, fueling their sexual energy elsewhere. Whatever this means to you, I don't know. But I just feel like this passion ignited is not necessarily about somebody else. I feel like there's somebody here who may have been ignoring some things. I don't know. I just feel like maybe you guys, I don't know if you're not communicating, but you're passionate about something right now. Somebody else is trapped in fear. Okay, I think they're thinking about taking some kind of action towards something, but it just looks stagnant, like they're not going to. To me, it looks like this has something to do with change and creativity. So they may feel stagnant in some sense. It could have to do, obviously, with the partnership. It could be the balance. Somebody's nervous here. We have somebody who's questioning whether or not we can have a new beginning in this relationship. This talks about awareness. It's reversed. So awareness is telling us that somebody is, again, ignoring their intuition. So I think both you guys might be ignoring your intuition when it comes to certain things. I kind of feel like there's somebody here who knows that the other person, I feel like there's somebody here who knows that the other person may have lost some sort of interest sexually. Okay. I feel like this person knows it, and I feel like that person knows it. Whatever this means to you. Okay. So this is kind of like, it's kind of like an inability in a sense to let the universe kind of guide the relationship. All right, it's almost like nobody's having discussions about what it is we feel, or why my emotions have changed, or why we're choosing to ignore something that's going on in this partnership here that needs to be dealt with. Why are we not talking about this? Because it's leading to emotional loss, and something is being ignited somewhere else. Now, this person could be taking their energy out in art. It could be anything. I don't necessarily see where it's going to be. I feel like there are some boundaries set. I don't know that you've expressed how you feel to this, your person, Sagittarius or Scorpio, whatever this means to you. Ultimately, we do see that if you guys decide to work on this, and if you can have this discussion about what is bothering you sexually, their destiny, okay, so that's the end of a cycle. It could be the end of a bad cycle. It could be completion, and it also means renewal. So that's a good thing. It's a new beginning, possibly. Now, we do have the base chakra. Now, with the base chakra, that's simply telling us that, hey, we have some stuff that we have to work on in terms of our physical stability. Our physical stability is in question. This is one of the things that we need to work on. Okay, so I think that between you guys, there's some acknowledgement that there's something needs to be worked on physically. This also talks about survival, and it also talks about instinct. Notice it's reversed. So I don't know if you guys are actually trusting your intuition. And I feel like there's somebody who might be afraid to talk about what is bothering them. But I think you guys, somebody is not opening their mouth. It's almost like there's somebody who's wishing for some kind of action to be taken, but they just, in this partnership, I don't know how to do it. Or it might be too sensitive a topic. I don't know if I can talk to you about this. Ultimately, I believe whatever this issue is, it might be impacting the stability of the relationship. But it's something that you guys are thinking about reconnecting. And I also feel like this is going to require patience. I don't think this is going to happen overnight. We see that there is both you guys who are questioning, can we have a new beginning in this? Right? I think that you guys are both manifesting stability, but you're also acknowledging that something has to change. Right? In terms of communication. Let's see what else is going on here. All right. I think if you guys start to work on this is Queen of Spades. So this talks about strategy. It talks about intelligence, and it also talks about ambition. Okay. So let's see what else we have here for the energies. For this, what we have in common, what we're thinking here, just in addition to this line here, where we talk about what the concerns are of the relationships, opportunities, well-being. And that again talks about the stability of the relationship. We might be having a problem in that area. Okay. God who stirs all men. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. 6 of Cups. All right, so this talks about having some kind of like nostalgic memories. The relationship as it was. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen. Let's see what the energy is in love. If I can find my love cards. Yeah, I'm really asking, how? Really? I might have to use the small ones. Now I know those are not appealing. However, I might just actually have to use them. Oh, let's see if I can find them. I got them. I got them. I shuffled them, put them back. Alright, let's see what the energy is in love in the chair. What's the energy in love for Scorpio and Sagittarius, please? Energy in love for Scorpio and Sagittarius. Some work needs to be done here. Emotional loss. There's something having to do with sex. There's some, or lack thereof. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if somebody's refusing or somebody's noticing that somebody's attitude towards it has changed. Okay, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, so if you guys are going to have this conversation, you might have to disconnect to actually have it. Maybe it's that uncomfortable. I don't know. But you might be taking some finances and career. Yep. Okay. It's reversed, so that could be a factor. I feel like there's somebody in the connection that's just focusing so much, possibly. I don't know. I think you might be so focused on... I don't know if you're upset with yourself because you feel like there was something you ignored or some kind of disappointment with oneself. You feel like, oh, I should have known that. It's like kind of like that in a sense. My intuition, my imagination, like moving in discernment. I should have paid attention. Wedding. Okay, this could involve a wedding. Some of you guys could have been engaged. Okay, and this is aside, just aside, just in this particular, okay, so it might be time to disconnect from the world. Perhaps you guys have, and this is separate, this is not necessarily with this, but my message for this one, you might be having to disconnect and take a break. Maybe you might have to, if you're planning a wedding, have to do something smaller because finances and career seem to be a factor with some kind of a wedding. Now, it could be many reasons why you may have to reduce the size of your gathering. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. You may actually have to downsize on something, which is not a bad thing. Ultimately, it's not the way you want it, but financially... Somebody looking at somebody sideways. Okay. You might have to downscale, or it just might be time to disconnect from the world. We might have to have this serious conversation, not only about sex, but also our finances and whether or not we're still going to continue to do this. Ancestors, give me one more, please. I only wanted to pull 3, but... Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. All right. I feel like with that, in terms of affairs of the heart, in this connection between Sagittarius and Scorpio, I feel like maybe somebody needs to take the initiative to make the other one, basically you need to bring your person back because your person's gone. They're like new beginning, something, it could be art, it could be, I don't necessarily feel like it's another person. I just think the disinterest is because there's emotional loss. So I can't, I don't know if it's you lighting their fire over here, but I don't know if it's anybody else. I think it might be a hobby is what I'm getting. I feel like this person is trying to move differently in this connection. I feel like somebody in this connection might have been a little clingy. I feel like there's somebody in this connection also who's scared to hurt somebody's feelings about something that needs to be addressed. All right? And I think what's going to happen is somebody's going to finesse somebody gently into, what it is that needs to be talked about. You guys, I think the conversation is going to happen in some, I don't know, you guys might go away. They might be very casual about how they bring it up, but somebody's going to express their gesture and also let whoever know that there are some things in this relationship that need to change in terms of sensuality and sexuality, and that needs to be worked on. Okay, let's take a look and see what else is going on. Where are my cards? These cards annoy me. Sometimes I think this is going to be great, and they don't turn out to be great. So, but I don't really want to pull these. I don't. Give me one sec, guys. I don't want to pull these because I want messages. Those are not messages. I want messages. I want to know something. No particular question. Oh, here they are. Okay. I got them, guys. No, I don't. These are not the right ones. Not what I wanted to use, but okay. Well, where are the ones you wanted to use? I don't know where they are. I honestly have no idea. Alright, ancestors. Guys, ask a question. I'm going to use these. Ask a question. It's up to you. Somebody's still making up their mind about something, and we kind of see that. So it's up to you, whatever that means to you. One more. Ooh. No. I don't know what that means to you. One more. Helpful people. Okay. It's up to you. Somebody saying no. So you may have, I don't know if you guys request this. I don't know if this wedding, I have no idea what this means. But helpful people, no, it's up to you. Up to you reverse. So you might still be making up your mind about something that you said no to. And maybe there are going to be some helpful people who are going to do what? Help the no turn into a yes. Whatever that means, I don't know. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I don't have my regular cards, but I feel like this is enough anyway. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, please. I'm about to pop up with something else. We're gonna see. We're gonna throw some stuff up against the wall and see how that goes, right? What month is it? I think it's Gemini month, right? But I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or Leo. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, please. Bye.